What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video, and today I got a lock build for you. So it's a pure lock and it can pretty much do everything defensively, and it can actually do everything on the court as well. So to start it off, we're gonna go small forward and we're gonna put him at 6'4". So you can go point guard or shooting guard, but you want the height to be 6'4". I go small forward because if I do run like random rec, I don't want to be put at the point guard. I want to be put at the small forward. So I go small forward, 6'4", and we're gonna max the weight out at 235 and max the wingspan at 7. So first thing, he's a lock. So what I did was I put my steal at a 94. So I got my cap breakers already. My first 5 is going straight here. We're gonna get the 99 steal right off rip. That's gonna give us legend glove and legend interceptor. Then I put my perimeter at a 96. That's gonna give me on-ball menace Hall of Fame and Challenger Hall of Fame. Now I know the contest system's really weak, and if you're still watching this in season 1, which is when I'm recording this and when I'm gonna release it, I would wait to see what changes they make and into season 2, because if they fix the contest system, you might be able to bump this down a little bit. But so I just leave it here for now, but yeah, adjust it to how the season 2 patch is, and don't make this build just yet. Don't make any build just yet, any new build, if you're still watching in season 1, because the game's gonna be completely different. Block, I moved this to 68 because that's what high flying denier needs. So we move that to 68. All we need to do is move up the vertical. Then I move down here. Speed, I put at an 85. I know you guys probably think it's too slow or whatever, but my main thing for me, I'm using this build for 2s. So if you're using this build for 3s, you can definitely bring this up a lot if you want to. You can move the perimeter down if you want to. You can make this build adjust to what play style, game modes you're going to be playing. So that's why I left this at here. If you're going to be running 2s with a small guard or with another 6'4" guard, a ball handler, this is all you really need, truthfully. And then strength, I put this, maxed it out, 92, and you see what that gives us. Legend, immovable. You can move this down to a 91, I guess. Why is that so small of a jump? I didn't even notice that. Well, I don't think it's really that big of a jump. So you see how Hall of Fame is 91, 92 is a legend. So you might as well just put it at a 92. Vertical, we're gonna go 85. That's gonna give us, that's like the sweet spot basically for getting blocks and getting the dunks and getting boards too. We're a lock, so we're gonna max our board out too. And right now I'm just gonna leave this at a 48, but come back to it. Interior, we're not gonna forget about that. We're gonna put that at an 80. Now, like I said, wait, I don't know what changes they made in season 2 just yet, if you're watching this in season 2. So you can either move this up, make your build taller, do what you gotta do, but this is just a base template. So right now, if the game was as is right now, this is how I would make it, but it's probably gonna change. So just use this as a base template. Pass act, like I said, I'm using this in 2s. So I just put this as a 75. Not gonna be throwing dipping dots. I don't need a hit corner like on some pocket shots in the corner. So leaving that at an 85 is perfectly fine. Then 3-pointer, I put this at an 85 as well. That's gonna give me some pretty solid badges. That's giving me, you can try to get this to 87 if you really want a shifty shooter. That's gonna help you with your mid-range pull-ups and all that. But set shot silver, you can +1, max +1 any of these that you want. Or you can even move it up. I don't think you can get the 89 here. I think it maxes out at 87. So if you really want to lower your wingspan, which this is a lock, so you really shouldn't, you're perfectly fine with an 85. So just leave that at an 85. Driving dunk, I put this at an 80. So he can get some pretty good packages, because you can even move this down too, because you really don't need that high of a dunk, but I put it at an 80 because that's where I'm gonna want to be dunking at. And then standing, put that at a 45. It's gonna give you both of the standing dunk packages as well. And then the rest of this I just put towards my block. Something else is up that's not supposed to be, because that's usually how bad I am at making these builds and looking at my screen. So this is what my lock is that I'm gonna make in season 2, depending on what patches they make. So if they fix interior defense, and I can even move this down even more, I will. If they fix perimeter defense and you get less bumps, I'll probably move this down, because it's always about finding the sweet spots. And to do that, also, you guys should be following 2K Tubes and 2K Labs. They do all the badge tests, so you can find the sweet spots of badges and attributes too, so just do that. So if you think this build is too slow, you can even do this. Drop this down just to get the gold, which would be right here at 85, and then bring your speed up to 88. If you still want to go faster, you can even drop this down to 92 just to get these two on gold, because right now they really don't work that well. So gold right now is the sweet spot. So you can put this at gold to get, or 92 to get the gold challenger, gold on ball, and even move this up even more. Now you have a 94 speed. So if you're playing threes, that 94 speed is going to be a lot more helpful than the 85. So you can play around with the build how you want to. So I don't think you can bring this down, but like that's the problem, is it kind of ties into ball handling, speed with ball. So not that it's a waste of an attribute, obviously, because it's important, but I think that having those challenger and on-ball menace on Hall of Fame is going to be more important, especially if they fix the contest system and some of the defense mechanics in this game. So if you want that 89-3, you can even bring this down a little bit more to 91 or 88-3, I mean, if that's how you care about jump shots. So I think the jump shot I'm using with my 5'9", so the jump shots are from 5'9" to 6'4", is Kevin Porter base. I'm starter 4, and that's a pretty good base. You only need like an 86, so you can play around with this range, base it off good jump shots, but the only badge that you get is shifty shooter at an 87, so the 88's really not really worth it, because you can play around with some good jump shots even lower than this. So that's why I left it at an 85. You can bring your dunk down more too. It's just a lot of things that you can change based off of your preference and your play style. So you can even, the 94 is not really worth it, but you can drop interior down if you are playing with another lock and you're just going to be the P lock, the perimeter lock. There's so many different changes that you can make with the build. So just base it off of the game modes you plan on playing and the play style that you play, because that's going to be most important, because everybody's build is different. Everybody plays the game differently. So that's the biggest piece of advice I always try to say based off of when I make these builds. I think that's, I had this at an 80. I just want to show you guys the build name if I can remember what else I got to drop down. What else do I have to drop down? Let's see, 85, 92, 86, 85, 83. This is at a 69, 68, 94, 96. This is at an 80, 70, 70, 75, 60, 85. Oh, here we go. So right there, and then we can get this at 80. So here's the build name. I believe it's a 3-and-D lock. And here are the shades: Gerald Wildest, OG Anunoby, and Blue Dort. Pretty solid, but those are the shades for a small forward. See him, got the Burley build out, 3-and-D wing. So that's the build. Like I said, I'm gonna put my first 5 cap breaker straight on steel, get the 99 steel. So he's gonna have 3 legend badges, and that's probably 3 of the most important legend badges for locks, which is Immovable Enforcer, Glove, and Interceptor. And you have the max wingspan. Wingspan's the most important thing to get steals this year. So it's pretty much a catfish build, to be honest, because he can dunk, he can shoot, he can't dribble like crazy, but this is enough to be a third ball handler if you're playing threes, or a secondary ball handler when you're playing twos, like just to get to the dribble pull up, or just create some lucky stuff when just off some shot clock cheese. But you can play 1 through 5, and you have the legend badges necessary. So that's the lock build, and see what builds we got coming next. But if you guys like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.